What's up, everybody? Welcome to our brand new podcast, Cut the Nonsense. I'm joined by my co-host, Rob Bastow. Good game. Commanders at Seahawks.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks. The Commanders are another team that, even though they have a quarterback that has one of the highest top five passing yards in the game, I'm still not sold on him. They literally just got rid of Montez Sweat as well as Chase Young. Their defense is now a bit anemic. They still are playing pretty decent. They do have a good coach in Ron Rivera, although I do think his days are numbered.
Yep.
Eric Bieniemy is probably going to be leaving to get a head coaching job as well soon. I got to go with the Seahawks. I trust Pete Carroll and his system, even though they got bodied by Baltimore. Baltimore is probably one of the best teams. Right, it is the best team right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, and I'm gonna go with a pretty high differential. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, probably 30-10.
Alrighty, I picked Seahawks as well, 28-17. I just don't think
Not too. We were a touchdown off, really.
I don't think they're... Obviously, the Commanders brought a close game to the Eagles both times. That's a division game, though. They're going to be
And
close.
you're always going to play harder against a division opponent. Yeah.
I don't think there's a world that they win this game unless Sam Howell just goes Mahomes mode.
I agree with that. That's the only way.
Yep. I have Seahawks winning 28-17.
30-10 over here.
Yep. I don't have any questions for that game. I think we kind of both know where both those teams are at.
Again, that's something me and you will not debate on because we know it. We talk about this off screen, folks, a lot. Me and Zion are really, really close, and we love talking football. So a lot of our opinions are different, but stuff like this, it's going to be hard to debate because
we know
they don't offer us much.
Back,
the Commanders are not offering me much here to really talk, big on. So yeah,
we will go into one of the more juicier ones. We have Jets at Raiders.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders, and the reason I'm gonna go with the Raiders are on fire right now. I think Antonio Pierce has a good fit, right? The first, and it's a funny stat. The first team that he beats is the Giants since his last game that he played. The team is rallying around him. Devontae Adams has his approval. He has these guys playing how they should. Josh McDaniels, honestly, he doesn't even deserve a job as a water boy in the league anymore. It's over. It's done.
Go to college.
Go back. Do something else. Become a tour guide. I don't care. No shots at tour guides, but it's time to do something that's going to be successful, right?
Work at a 7-Eleven. Please.
It's over with. It's done.
Maybe you'll learn how to throw to Devontae if you work at a 7-Eleven.
You could go have a football catch in your backyard with Jimmy G. Take him with you because it's over. The Jimmy G experiment on every team is done. I think that the Raiders will start heating up now. The quarterback that they have, and I don't know him by name, but he is not playing bad at all.
We can definitely find out.
Yeah, they have a really good, their defense isn't bad. They got Max Crosby. He is an absolute monster with 3 sacks he's coming off of last game. The problem with the Jets are they're so hit or miss. It all depends on how Zach Wilson looks. This defense is incredible, but when you have Zach Wilson on your team, you're not incredible. So, again, they would be a star-studded team across the board if A-Rod stayed healthy.
Looks like I'm going to go with the Raiders. Aiden O'Connell playing.
I'm going with the Raiders here, and the reason I'm going with the Raiders by a high score is because I watched what the Chargers could do to them. I'm probably going to go with 27-10 Raiders. I just think that they have a better wide receiver. I think that this new kid, he's not bad. A lot of people are a fan of him. And the Jets defense could only hold on for so long, and I don't think Zach Wilson will get it done with Max Crosby right on him.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I have the Raiders winning 17-10. I think it'll be a little bit closer. Just because that Jets defense has brought a lot of those games really close.
That's fair.
And to be fair, yes, you cannot count on Zach Wilson, but he has some studs on offense. Obviously, if Breece Hall can get the running game going, then they could win. And if Zach Wilson plays like he did against the Chiefs and he gets the ball to Garrett Wilson, I think they'll be okay. But for this week, I have the Raiders winning 17-10.
I agree. Garrett Wilson's only going to be as great as his quarterback for right now, and his quarterback is not great.
Oh well,
So
he couldn't. Zach Wilson couldn't make any wide receiver great.
that's what I mean. So like Garrett Wilson is a dog. He's going to be one of the #1
He could
receivers in the
have
league.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and CeeDee Lamb, and none of
And
them would have
still,
1,000-yard seasons.
he'd still find the stands over those wide
Yep.
receivers. So
So
that's my take. 27-10.
I got 17-10. This brings up the question about Zach Wilson. Well, not exactly about Zach Wilson, but can Rodgers return and take the Jets to the playoffs or to the promised land?
No, he's a diva. Okay, we're going back to this again, making comments over to Derwin James saying, oh, give me a few weeks. No, you just want people to circulate your name. You love the attention. You are a great quarterback. You will be a Hall of Famer. You also love, you should have became an actor in your spare time while you were hurt because you just love making stuff up. You are not coming back this season. You tore your Achilles at 38 to almost 39 years old, bro. Let's
I
get
don't know.
realistic
That
with
man
it.
is magic. I swear.
If he does come back, right, and hear me out, it would have to be that they made it to the NFC Championship at least.
I don't agree.
Because you think that he could come back prior to that? You're
I
out
think
of your
he could.
mind.
I think he could. Yeah.
What do you think this guy's made out of? Huh?
Have you
think
seen
he's made out
this
of
man?
clay?
Have you seen this man? He's
I
doing
have seen him.
doing drop backs already.
Good for him. That's totally fine. He's not playing against professional players.
No
And
quarterback ever has done drop backs this early from their from their Achilles injury.
Does he have a great offensive line? No. That's what caused him to tear his Achilles. I wouldn't trust that right now while I'm still healing.
I'm not saying he's going to.
But if my team is
can he?
If my team is in a position to win, then yes, I would get back on the field. If they are playing like shit that they have been playing as of recency, then no, I wouldn't waste my time rushing back. Because you saw his statement on the Pat McAfee show. No, actually, it's going to be, a little bit more than I actually said. I just wanted the attention,
I saw it. I think I have a little bit different take on that. I don't fully agree with what you said, but it's along the lines. I think if it comes down, like let's say they play the last game of week 17, that game decides if they make the playoffs or not, he plays.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not
plays.
saying he's not a team player that won't do that. I don't think it's a good idea, and I don't see on a health basis clearing a guy who tore an Achilles within the same season, even if it was week 1. I just don't. I don't care if it's Tom Brady or God himself.
The question is, can he?
I guess it depends on how his body heals. I don't think that by week 17 he'll be healed. I said probably the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl. NFC Championship is a little bit more realistic. I'm just being realistic to what Achilles injuries have been in the past, Zion. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I just don't think that this guy is, he's all about the, the herbal ways of healing and shit. So maybe. But
I mean, he went to as soon as his Achilles injury happened, he went to the same doctor who repaired Kobe's Achilles.
Again,
Kobe was back on the court.
He was back on the court, so it's a possibility. It's a possibility right now. If they make it to the second round of the playoffs or NFC Championship, he will be back. Other than that, not in the regular season.
I think it's possible. Alrighty. But, Aaron Rodgers' stats, if he does come back, his 2022 stats, obviously his 2023
4
stats.
snaps.
His 2023 stats, what, straight zeros across the board, or did he have 2 yards maybe? Something like that.
No, I don't even know if he did.
I thought he had
possibly
maybe 2 yards.
Maybe he did. We're really debating 2 yards. What does it matter?
But 2022 stats, last season he played about 3,700 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. If he comes back, he can take that team. To.
It's also a clean slate for him. I think he'll be in a better mindset too, not playing for Green Bay again. I don't think he's ever thrown that many interceptions in his life, let alone in a season.
I think there was one season he threw 12.
That might be
outside of last season.
Because there was literally a stint where he didn't throw more than 4 picks in a season. For years.
It was.
So.
It was wild. I think he could. Not saying he will. I think it all becomes very situational based, how he feels along those lines. It's definitely hard to tell if he could. But I do think he could in the right situation.
And that's something that we'll agree to disagree.
Only
I do think he could come back,
if he knows he's gonna win.
You're putting the rest. You're putting your body on the line here, bro. And it's not like you're, you know,
You're
20,
putting
you're
your
40.
retirement on the line. Yes, if you get injured again, you're done.
It's over.
Yep.
So, what do you want to be remembered going out there for? So let's see.
Yeah.
That's it.
Alrighty.